Hey everyone. As you can read from the title of this video, I got an idea, and I don't know if it's stupid. Tell me down in the comments, that boosts engagement. So, as you know, RTA has our big Las Vegas facility. Many of you saw us there. Thank you for coming out during Black Hat and DEF CON and all that. And we've been, running our classes there. We still have our entire Virginia facility. It has not gone away. We haven't used it as much because when we ask people, hey, when's this next thing going to be? Where do you want it? Everyone keeps saying Vegas. Now, we are still aware that a lot of people have travel restrictions. Finally, a lot of the government folk are allowed to, you used to not be able to. Like, you couldn't go to a destination city, it was called, if you, work for the government. But eventually, the government realized that's where all the shit is, right? So, Orlando has conferences. Vegas has conferences. They can let their people go there, but not everyone yet can. For that reason, we have our place that's just south of DC. And, plenty of people who are inside the Beltway, they just don't want to go very far. So we do still run classes in Virginia, just not as often. I, however, had this crazy idea. Our classroom there is pretty big. In fact, we just renovated it. It was a very smooth process. Nothing at all went awry. But we've made it even bigger, and I want to try to simulcast our classes. For those who don't know, we do have a virtual option. And I promise this is not like a sales video. This is genuinely me asking, pardon me, everyone, am I stupid? But yeah, students in our classes, some people just don't want to travel. Some people have childcare duties. Some people aren't physically able to travel. Some people are still immunocompromised, worried about the pandemic. So we do allow people to come in via Zoom on virtual link. One time we had a group from the Navy, and we were like, hey, we'll send some people out to your facility, but we're running a class at the same time, so why don't we link you up on our classroom, over Zoom, and we can do some modules together. And it kind of worked until their internet died. Well, we have very good internet at both buildings. I'm thinking about trying a simulcast bi-coastal RTA event. At the end of it, we've had a lot of people saying, hey, we really want more RFID stuff. We really want more PAX stuff. People love that fucking Flipper class. Holy shit. I loved it. This was literally the first time that I've played a lot with the Flipper. I actually updated it for the first time since owning it. And the things that Bobik and Nick and others all put together, it wasn't just access control and RFID, right? I mean, we were going through all different functionality. We had hacking an electronic safe. They literally built, and every student got all these add-on components, these little pogo pins to interface with a programming header on this, board. People were dumping firmware. People were programming iButtons so they could make master keys to a hospitality safe once they had checked out the chips and the firmware. I had a fucking blast. So we're going to do that kind of thing again. And our PAX class, I'll throw some footage at the end of this video of our PAX class because I'm just really impressed with how it's evolved. But we're going to put one more of those at the end of the year. I'm thinking it's right at the end of November, super early December, November 30th, December 1st, something like that. And we'll probably that's the 2-day RFID class. That's our standard access control class. We'll probably do the PAX class, and then we'll tack on the Flipper class as a 1-day, hey, who wants it? Because the Flipper is a little more fun. We might make that a week. Is it dumb to make that a weekend class? I asked this in the RTA Discord, and people kind of dug on that. They're like, yeah, make the Flipper a Saturday option, because a lot of people don't do this professionally, but just want to get better with the Flipper. And Saturday might work. But the real question I got for you, if we were to bi-coastal simulcast this, it's time zones. Time zones are the kick in the ass, right? The only way that works is if one class is kind of early and the other class is kind of late. So if you were at our main Vegas facility, most of our classes are 9 to 5. A lot of professional training starts at 8, and I personally don't like that because I don't like getting up. If we did it, though, we would probably have to start our Vegas classes at 8, and we'd start our Virginia class at 11, which it's so flipped. I wish, the Feddies, they would all wake up super early and be done at 4 p.m. But that ain't the way freaking the sun works. But is that dumb? That's my question. Is this dumb if we would have some instructors in Virginia, some instructors in Vegas, people in both classrooms, and of course virtual students as well. Yeah, would you get up at 8 a.m. if you were in our Vegas class? Would you get up at 11 a.m. and come to class and stay until like right around dinner time if you're on the East Coast? I don't know if this is stupid, but for a very popular and easy to run class like PAX RFID, which is only 2 days, I think we're going to try it. So yeah, I'm not going to like link to the exact registration link for the class. Again, this is not me trying to sell you on the class. You want to find it. You know how Google works. You can find Red Team Alliance. I link to our company. But mostly it's me asking, is this dumb? I'm dumb about a lot of shit. So I assume I'm dumb at this. But maybe there's a kernel of some possibility. Or is there some other thing? Should we not be beholden to time zones? Should it be like 8:30 start time and 7th? I don't know. I know I ain't getting any of you, including my own staff and myself, at any building before 8 a.m. So that's not happening. That's a non-starter. But yeah, okay. This is just a thought I had, and it's a holiday weekend. It's Labor Day and all that, so I'm not working very hard. It's a no-effort video. I'm crowdsourcing my knowledge on this one. Yeah, if you've never seen what we do in PAX classes and stuff, you can keep watching this footage at the end. I'll stick a little bit in here for you to tease you.
I encoded a credential that matches that in your door simulator, and I wanted you to make that credential or find it. What information are we missing? In order for us to make a clone of this credential in this photo, what do we need to know? We need to know the bit format, 26-bit what? H10301, right? Because there's multiple 26-bit formats. Because you also are missing what? What else do you also need? The facility code. So how do you want to proceed? How did you guys do this? Before 3 months ago, there was no ability to brute force facility code in this command, which is why I had this challenge. It was to force people to find alternate methods of solving problems that did not have solutions for already in the Proxmark 3. And invariably people would ask, where's the brute force command for facility code? And I would say, tongue-in-cheek, well, you haven't written it yet. And then about 3 months ago, out of the same class, 2 different people independently wrote facility code brute forcing and added it to the Proxmark 3. And so now you guys get to use facility code brute forcing.
We really love talking about this stuff. We have more and more people coming to us because access control is finally understood by a lot of people to not be secure if it's not done right. It used to be, like, oh, I got a boopy card, and it's modern. It's got a blinky light on it. We got the newest thing. It just got installed this year. It must be great. And people are finally understanding, like, no, if you can spend just a moment or two of extra time thinking about how your system is put in, and you ask your integrator 1 or 2 more questions that no one asks, you can be in a whole different world of security and value, too. You don't need to spend a lot of money on a lot of hardware that doesn't do what you think it does. So we love talking about this stuff. If you want to learn about this stuff at different times of the day on different coasts, tell me in the comments. Will this work? Will it not? How stupid am I on a scale of, 1 to Ken in the Barbie movie? You see that movie? It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. All right. I'm going to go have dinner. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for telling me about shit. And yeah, stay safe out there.